Hi beauties! Today is February 14th, 2012, and I just want to start off by saying Happy Valentine's Day. If you're single today, remember you have to love yourself before anyone else can love you. And if you already love yourself, just know that the right man is coming. He's just not there yet. Or woman for the male. Welcome to my new channel. Today's topic on Keeping It Mild with Lil Dallas. We're going to talk about teens and natural hair. So, I have some notes here that I wrote down, so I'm going to be looking down a lot. When I was 18, I'm still 18, but I will be 19 coming up next month. And when I did my big chop, I was going off to school the next day. So I did it as a fresh start, and I wanted a whole new life because I would tell people I was doing my big chop, like tell my friends, and they would just say, I don't know, and I felt at that point that it was not their decision, it was more so my decision. So if you wanted to do the big chop, I say, and you have friends that they have a problem with it, you shouldn't be worried about what your friends are thinking. You should be more so worried about what yourself. It's your decision. It's not a group discussion. If it's something that you really want to do and you really want to start off with natural hair, I say, do what you feel is right. I think I reacted more than the people around me because I would say phrases like, oh, that's because I'm bald-headed, right? And it would be words like that I think I decreased my self-esteem because I just had something negative to say, and people would be like, your natural hair is so beautiful, like, or you look pretty with short cuts. I can't, they did not, like people around me in college, they didn't want me to grow my hair back out. They wanted me to stay low cut with low maintenance, and I was like, no, because I do hair, and as a hairstylist or a hairstylist in training, I don't believe in keeping one hairstyle. That's just limiting yourself to all the many faces you can have. Like, every time I change my hair, I look a different way. So, I think I was so ready to put weave back in my head. And like I said, I'm a hairstylist, and it's only right that I do whatever I feel like doing. Once again, it's no one else's decision. It's yours. So if you do feel like going back to whatever you were used to, do it, because that's your decision. If you're thinking about doing the big chop, I say go ahead and do it. I started going into my natural phase at the age of 14, I believe, and I was a freshman in 9th grade, and I remember my friend, she had hair, bra strap one, and she did the big chop, and her big chop was not that big compared to how they are now, but she just had all of her hair taken down. She had like 3 inches to 4 inches of hair, and then she got it shaped up, and it was like just 3 inches all the way around. And when she got her big chop, everybody was like, you cut off your hair. So I had thought about, I was like, I don't want to do a big chop, I just want to grow off my perm. At the time, I didn't know that what it is now, or what it was then, but I didn't know about it, was transitioning. So I had decided to transition, but I was so used to getting perms that when I washed my hair in its natural state, to me that was a natural state, and then I had just like a mini roots, but to me it was natural already. And when I washed it, conditioned, shampooed it, and when I tell you I could not get a comb through my head, I didn't know about transitions, transitional styles. I didn't think to go on YouTube like anyone else. We didn't think to go on YouTube and say, let me look at some women and let me try it now. So I want to say for the teenagers that are transitioning, and if you're more so like me, where you can transition only so long, like a month, and then you're like, too much new growth, or my hair gonna be long, so I'm getting a perm. Go ahead and do the big chop, because then when you do the big chop, you're like, well, there's no turning back now, and you've already made your decision. It's kind of like scaring off your fear a little bit. It's just like, go ahead and just jump into the punch, I couldn't transition personally, but I want to say for those teens that are like afraid, if you're afraid because of what your friends might think, just like I said earlier, you can't worry about other people, because you have to think, if you're 14 and you're wanting to do the big chop, in 4 years, you know how long your hair will grow out, And you know, like, looking back, you're going to realize, wow, the time went away so fast. Everybody says it, and I know it's hard to believe because you're like, I'm going day by day, freshman year. I'm tired of people already, but I'm telling you, your senior year, you're going to look back and say, wow, I had that short hair, and, you know. And by the way, my hair grew out pretty long, within months. By my third month, I had enough hair to get a sew-in. And my sew-in wasn't braided by track. It was actually braided against the net. So, but still, I still had my braids underneath, protective style. And I had my sew-in with my Indie Remy Ocean Wave by Bobby Boss. Yes, ma'am, honey. But, yeah, so, like I said, if you're planning on doing a big chop, I say you go ahead and do it because you don't want to be your senior year, like me, saying, wow, I don't think I want a perm anymore. And then you're looking back at all the videos on YouTube of the young ladies that did their big chop 4 years ago and just saying, my hair could have been that long. But it's a learning process, and I just want to say I'm with you on your journey, and I hope you come with me on my journey as well. And I hope you love my new channel. If not, you know what to do. Press the X. That's all I can say, but thank you for watching. Bye.
That's why I lace it down. Try to keep your spirits up. Lil vodka, whatever. Took it forever to get dressed. I acknowledge your effort, so I clap for her. She deserves an applause. Shawty working so hard. She deserves that baton. Shawty, wear your baton.